What's good, y'all? Welcome back to 24 Hours with your girl, Quanya Dior. In this video, I decided to recreate my viral YouTube intro, but as y'all can see, I did it a different color. I did it slightly different. I didn't do the same, color scheme. Also, the backgrounds and stuff that y'all was asking where I got it from Pinterest. I just typed in silk backgrounds, and then all the different color silk backgrounds popped up. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow me on all social media platforms. My Instagram is quanyadiorr, and we're gonna get straight into the video. But first, I'm gonna give y'all a little snippet, and I actually changed it a little bit from when I showed it right here to when I actually did it, but y'all gonna see at the end I just kept changing up a little bit of stuff. But we can get straight into it. So the first thing that y'all want to do is open up CapCut. They're going to start a whole new project. And then you're going to go and pick the kind of background you wanted. The background that I used was a white background. I got it off of Google. I just typed in white background YouTube. So it fits the YouTube, size requirement. And then I went straight into adding pictures of Quanya from off of her Instagram. All I did was pick 3 pictures that I liked, sized it to fit the whole thing, trimmed it down to about 1 to 2 seconds, and repeat that step 2 more times. As you're about to see me do here, you can use the same picture if you want, but I feel like it's better if you use different pictures of yourself. It doesn't necessarily have to be the same color, as you see for this one, the background in each picture is red, but she's in just different poses. It doesn't necessarily have to be like that. But for me, that's the kind of vibe I was going with. So that's what I wanted to do or whatnot. Now I'm just trying to make sure it fits. And now I'm going through and changing down the opacity. I think that's how you say it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're going to turn it down. I turned it down to about 70-ish for each one, probably a little lower in between there. I was very indecisive because I liked it like that, but then, I was just still playing around with it. So I just went with that. I went with 74 for each one. So it is even all around the board. Okay. So once I did that, I added animations to them. The animations I use, you do have to pay for. Sorry. But I think CapCut is only $11 a month, if I'm not mistaken, unlike certain platforms. But all the ones that say pro, you have to pay for, but the other ones you don't. So it's still a free app. It's just, now they're adding certain stuff that you have to pay for, like any other app, like Canva and all that, for example. So now what I'm doing is changing the speed for each one to 1 second. So all of them are in sync with each other. They bounce at the same time. They come in at the same time. So I'm just changing all of them to 1 second. You don't necessarily have to have them on the same accord, but that's how I wanted it. So you can do different animations on it, but that's how I wanted to do it. Boom. So now we're going into adding a picture of her. This is also another picture from, her Instagram from this photo catalog. I didn't want to use a different picture. I wanted to keep it in the, same vicinity, if that makes sense. I didn't want to switch up the picture, basically. Excuse me. I didn't want to switch up the picture, so this is the picture that I went with. This is me turning down the transparency. I'm just calling it transparency because that's what it is at the end of the day. I turned it down just a little bit because I wanted you to be able to see through it, but not too much. You see how when it's playing, you can still see through it, when it's bouncing, but, not too much. Okay, boom. So now I'm going through and adding all the animations I want to add. This is the first one I added. It's called Leak 2. I believe it is free. And then I remembered I couldn't add it because you wouldn't be able to see it. So I had to wait to add all of the animations. So now I'm adding, it's Quanya J, aka her YouTube name. All I did was go to text and added text. And once I did that, I stretched it out to fit the whole realm of the video. And once I did that, I went to style, and this is where you go and choose your font. So this side where I just swipe to is the side of the fonts where I added. You actually have to import the fonts. If you want me to show you how to do that, I can also show you how to do that. That is very simple and very easy. And then on the other side is the fonts that actually come with CapCut or whatever. But this is me going through picking the fonts that I imported, seeing which ones I like, which ones I don't like. This is the one I went with. Now this is me trying to size it, trying to figure out where I want to go, and then adding color to it. As y'all can see, this is like red theme, so I went with the color red. And then I'm trying to see if it was another color, but it really wasn't. So then I went to shadow to add some type of background. I didn't want to do a black shadow behind it because I wanted you to be able to like see it, but you know, I feel like black, you wouldn't be able to see it the way that I did it this time using white instead of black or whatever. But this is me just going in and changing the shadow settings. If I want it to be blurry, not blurry, the direction of how I want to set it, the shadow to sit, and all that good stuff. Y'all don't necessarily have to copy mine. Y'all can do it to y'all liking. But if y'all do, there you go. That's how I did it. Boom. Now we getting into the good stuff. This is me trying to figure out where I want to put it. I was being very indecisive, and then it was something that I was missing, so I went to go add spacing because I didn't want the letters to be, you know, on top of each other like how they were. So I added spacing. I took the setting to about 3, and then I went back to shadow to fix it because I really wasn't feeling how it was. Mind you, I did a test run of this before I screen recorded, so it was a certain way I did it, and that's just how I was trying to mimic it or whatever. So this is me just, you know, playing with it a little bit more. Once I got it to my liking, this is me trying to figure out how small I want it and where I want it to go, because I still wanted you to be able to see her face, but without the words covering it up or whatever. So this is me trying to figure out, like, where do I want the placement to be? And every time I clicked it, the text will keep popping up, and it's like, I don't want text. And then this is me fixing the spacing because I felt like it was still too close. So I made it a little smaller, and then I positioned it to where I wanted it. So this is me trying to move it, but this app was not cooperating this day. It definitely was not cooperating. And then I took the space out because I felt like it didn't need really a space in it. So I just took the space from in between its and Quanya or whatever. And this is me just trying to figure out a position, like a perfect position for me to position it. Because, like I said, I wanted you to still be able to see her face. Boom. I liked it, so I instantly saved it. So you're done with well, you're not done with the first part. Not yet, at least. Okay, so let that save. Boom. Add the same video that you just saved, that you literally just saved. Add it back. And then you're going to delete the black video at the end. Always delete the black video at the end. Boom. Then we're going to go to retro, I believe. Yeah. We're going to go to celebrate. I'm sorry. We're going to go to celebrate. And then this is the font. This is the effect that I used. This is actually free. Like I said, if they don't say pro, then you don't have to pay for it. I went in and changed the settings a little bit because I liked it, but it was just, you know, a little too much. So boom. This is me going in, fixing it a little bit, fixing the speed of it, you know, the transparency, seeing, you know, how I like it type thing. And then you just stretch it out so it fits the whole video. And then boom, add another effect. I think I went to retro, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I recorded this video a couple days ago, so please bear with me. I've been meaning to do a voiceover so I can drop it for you guys. So if you're still watching, thank you. I love you guys. So I went to, where did I go to, girl? Get to the point. Get to the point. Because I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to go to retro. Boom. Now we finally at retro. And I believed I used, it's the one where I can't see. Slideshow. Boom. There it go. It was a slideshow or whatnot. And you notice that the dots, I mean, not the dots, but like the sparkle kind of went away a little bit or whatever. But this is me kind of going through, figuring out which one I liked. And then I just went right back to, I believe I went, there it go, right there. Boom, here it go. It's called Torn Frames. Boom. This is the one that I used. I'm sorry, guys. It's called Torn Frame. You do not have to pay for it. It's free. And that's all you really have to do. This is me going back and I'm going back to retro. If y'all know, I mean, not retro. I'm going back to celebrate. Because as y'all noticed, the sparkles went away and I didn't want the sparkles to, fade. So this is me just adding them back, but like toning it down just a little bit so it's not too much or whatever. But as y'all know, between celebrate and retro, those are the two places that I'm going to go to the most in this video because those two have the best effects in my opinion, and that and lens. Those three have the best effects in my opinion, but this is me going through trying to see if I wanted to go throughout the whole video. And then I realized I do because it looked weird at the end for it just to disappear. So boom, save that. You're done with part one. Part one is absolutely finished. You're done. Move on to part two. Boom. So part two, you're going to add your silk background. I got it off Pinterest. When I made this the first time, everybody was asking me where I got the silk background from. I got it off of Pinterest. All I did was type in silk background. All I did was type in silk and all the silk backgrounds popped up. So that's all you have to do to find the silk background that I had. Boom. So here we go. I screen recorded her Instagram and I'm adding it onto the video. The reason why I trimmed the video by like a couple seconds is because I wanted it to be even. So it's not looking like I'm about to continue to scroll or whatever. So once you do all of that, you stretch the video out all the way to the end so there's nothing overlapping. And then you're going to go to opacity. I'm saying that all the way wrong. I'm pretty sure I am. But you're going to turn it down just a tad bit. So it's like you can still see through the background, but you can also see, the scroll. Boom. So check it. Now you're going to go to effects and scroll all the way down. These are my favorites. So you can do favorites on CapCut. So all you got to do is hold them down and then it'll add automatically to your favorites. So this is me looking for leak 2 because like I said, that was my favorite one to use. This is the one I used throughout the whole video. So check it. Once I added that one, I'm just seeing if you can see it throughout the video. I'm like, okay, cool, you can. So now we're going to go to overlay. And now I'm going to add a picture of her. I got this off of her Instagram once again. The app I used to cut her picture out was called the Eraser app. All of the apps that I use will be in the description box down below, so you don't have to worry about what apps you need to use. And then for the shadow that I got for her picture, I got from Bazaart. I think that's how you say it, I believe. But this is me adding different pictures from her Instagram. Her Instagram and her Twitter, because that picture I just added was from her Twitter. So I added 2 pictures from her Twitter that she posted, and then I added 2 pictures from her Instagram that she posted to, give her social media information. Her Twitter information and her Instagram information. But what you're going to see me do right here is just place them. I'm going to end up moving them in the middle and just switching the whole scene around. So just bear with me. This is me adding the last picture that I wanted to add. And then I'm going to go through and try to move all of them. Like I said, I was moving them thinking I was going to leave them on this side. But the whole time I didn't. I just moved them over to the center because I really didn't like how they were just on the side like that. Especially for the effects that I'm going to add. So, yeah, just follow along. I got y'all, I promise. So this is me going through and trying to place the pictures. I don't know why I just spent all my time doing that, but right now I'm adding stay connected with me. So y'all can know this is all her social medias. This is where y'all can find her, keep up with her at, or whatever. This is the font I used was Bold Finger. I imported it. Like I said, if y'all want me to teach y'all how to import y'all text, then let me know. It's very simple and it's free. So let me know in the comments down below. This is me thinking. This is when I first did it the first run, this is how I had it. But then I realized I didn't like it, so I had to switch it up. Now this is me adding it's Poppy, and then I'm going to add it's Quanya J. It's Poppy is her Twitter handle, and it's Quanya J is her Instagram handle. So I'm just adding that. Adding her social media names first, all of them at one time, so I don't have to, I can just knock all of it out at once or whatnot. And this is me going through and changing the effects. So the effect that I used was free. This one was actually free. You can also do the same for this one. It's add them to your favorites so you don't have to keep looking for them like I have been doing. And then this is me adding it's Quanya J. I had to move it because I couldn't see it, and I want to make sure I wasn't misspelling her name or whatever. So boom, I got her Twitter and Instagram handle. And now I'm going to stretch everything out so it fits, so it goes through the whole video or whatever. Always make sure that it fits throughout the whole video. Make sure it's never overlapping like how it is right now. This is me trying to fix it. Never do that because then your video is going to be off when you go to fix it. And you might not fix it once you notice it. So, always make sure it's even. Now, this is where we go and add the Instagram and the Twitter logo. I got them off of Picsart. All I did was type in Instagram logo, Twitter logo. Then I went to stickers and I picked the one that I wanted. And boom, that's how I got these. Now I am going through and I'm trying to move the text and I'm trying to position everything. So you're going to see me go back and forth from text to overlay to make sure everything is in the right position per se. So while I do this, I'm gonna play some background music. Okay, y'all, so right here, I'm just adding spacing in between It's Poppy because I feel like the letters were too close together. So I was just like, let me add spacing so it looks like it's not jammed up or not. So this is me going back and now I'm adding the Twitter handle. And this is me just, sizing the Twitter handle. I'm going to add animations to everything, but that's going to be something I do kind of last.
I just wanna know if you my friend. I just wanna know if you pretending. I know I've been away. I'm just trying to get my mind straight.
Okay, so right here is where I went back to the video of me scrolling through her Instagram and I fixed the transparency because I didn't like how it was showing a little too much. So I went back and fixed that issue. And now this is me going back and adding animations to everything I want to have animations. The main animations that I used was like Jelly 2, Jelly, and probably one other that you're about to see me do right here. So this is me going through trying to move them. Mind you, I'm not going to keep them right here. This was me just, trying to give y'all a feel of different positions and stuff that y'all can do and switch it up. But this is me adding animations to all of them. The animation that I used the most was Shake Zoom, which y'all are about to see right in a minute. This is Jelly 2 that I'm using for the Twitter handles, for the Twitter pictures. And then I'm changing all of them to like 1 second so they're all in sync with each other. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the Instagram pictures. This one I use Shake Zoom, and I'm doing it to like 1.1 second, 1 second, so it's all in sync with each other. So it's no more, no less. It's just even all around the board. Boom. Now this is me, going through to seeing if I like it or not. And now this is me going back to the text and fixing and adding animations to the text. The animation I used for the text was Flicker. That's what you're going to see me use the most throughout of this, because like I said, this is one of my favorite text animations. So I did it to about 1.2 seconds, 1.1 seconds for each one of them, so they come in sync, and they're not lagging behind one another. So boom, just like that. Just like that. Your girl got it. You see how it pops up, it flows. Ooh, there you go. So then right here, this is me going and adding animations. I mean, not adding animations, changing the effect design of it. So I want it to glow instead of just being plain and bold. So this is me just going through, picking which one I liked. And I was like, don't like that one because you cannot see it at all. So I just went back to the first one that I used. And then I just tilted it to sit up like the rest of the words, because I didn't like it going sideways, because I was not feeling it in that position. So here is me going through and changing the effect to back to what I had it the first time, and going through to see if it's another one. If I wanted to, I started to do that one, but I was like, no, I don't like it because it's just like the rest of them, it has to stand out. So this is the one I ended up going with. Y'all, CapCut was not trying to work with me this day. I was trying to make the text smaller, and it was just not cooperating. And I was just getting very irritated. So take your time. Don't rush it, because I've seen people come to me and say it's didn't come out the way you did it. Is because you got to take your time. You can't rush it. Practice makes perfect. And, time is patience. And, you don't got to rush it. So this is me just moving all of the pictures to the center, like I said I wanted to, because I was not feeling it on the side. I feel like it was not meant to go on the side. So I just added it dead smack almost into the middle of the frame. And then this is me just positioning them where I really want them to stay. One thing about CapCut, I wish they had like with Canva, how they have like the lock thing where you can lock it so it doesn't move. I don't know if CapCut has that, but if they do, I need to figure out how to use it so I can, have it. But this is me adding the same picture that I used in the beginning right here. As y'all can see, the Twitter handle has disappeared. I mean, the Twitter logo has disappeared. I don't know why I keep saying the Twitter handle, but the Twitter logo has disappeared. So this is me stretching out the picture all the way through. And now I'm going to go to the text, and I'm going to try to stay connected to my liking. Like I said, CapCut just was not cooperating with me this day. I was trying to make it bigger, and every time I tried, it just was not working. So take your time. Don't rush it. Don't get frustrated, because it's going to frustrate you, and it's going to make you upset. Like, I'm just getting mad all over again. Think about it, because, it was just a waste of time. But this is me going to layers and changing the layer to 9, because I wanted it to sit over her instead of behind her. So boom, instead of me, y'all get the drift. Y'all catch the picture. But y'all see it's coming along. It's coming along. I got y'all. I promise. I told y'all I was on to something. So This is me going through, making sure everything is perfect, everything is right, nothing's wrong, fixing any mistakes that I don't like. And like I said, y'all, that stay connected was not doing it for me. I was having a hard time with that. Excuse me. I was having a hard time with that. But this is me going through and adding animations to this picture. Like I said, I wanted certain things to have animations and certain things not to. So yeah, this is me going through figuring out which effect that I want to use. Like I said, the ones that you see all the way back there and stuff is free. So y'all can have a ball with it. CapCut has some amazing animation transitions and all of that good stuff. So boom. This is me trying to figure out, which one do you want to use, girl? Like, make your mind up. Like, do you want to use this one? And then I just decided on fade in. And then I'm like, okay, let me change the speed. And then this is me going back to that same video, the background video, because it just was not working for me. So I had to, turn it up just a tad bit more. And then I saved it. And then we're almost done with the second part. So once this saves, you're going to add the video that you just saved. Like, you're just going to re-add it to add your effects on top of it. Since all of the layers, you wouldn't be able to see your effects. So now you have to add it back and add all of your effects on top of, the video. So boom. I started to do leak, but I was like, nah, I'm not really feeling it because I did it behind it and it was just too much. Guys, so I did leak, and then this is me going through and changing all of the settings on them. That I just stretched it out so it fits throughout the whole thing, and then I went and I added some more animations that I wanted. So like I said, when you go to trending, it's just gonna show you all the trending effects that they have. I don't know why open and close wasn't working. I'm trying to go through and see if I wanted to add any more effects. I didn't see any ones that I wanted to add. So this is what I did. I clicked the check mark and I exited out of the effects, and then I just saved it to my camera roll, and then I started part 3. So you're done with part 2. Part 2 is over and done with. You're done with 1 and 2. Now we're moving on to 3. So once this saves, you're going to go to your camera roll. Well, you're going to start a new project. Go to your camera roll, and you're going to add the silk background once again. Okay, so always delete the black video. Trim it to about 6 seconds. And now we're going to go to effects, and we're going to go to blur. As y'all can see, it's already there because it's trending. Blur is always trending, so 9 times out of 10, that's where you can find it. Now this is me going through overlay. I'm going to add the same picture that you see me add before, which is the picture of her holding the roses. I'm going to add it in the corner, but y'all, I'm going to realize I'm not going to like the positioning, and I'm going to just switch it all up and move it to the center. So watch this. So this is me adding the another picture of her, which I added 3 pictures of her total. One was the rose, that picture, and then it was another one, and all 3 of them are going to sit like on top of each other, kind of, sort of. Now I'm adding the TV. The TV I got from Picsart. All you have to do in Picsart is type in vintage TVs and go to stickers, and then boom, you'll see all the vintage TVs, and you can pick which ones that you like, and you can save them and do all that good stuff. So this is me going through trying to move everything. This is me stretching the TV out so it's fitting throughout the whole video so it never disappears. Okay, so boom. Now it was very hard for me to find a video of her, like a nice edit. So I just went with the first video that I seen. So this is me going through and adding a edit of her. This is me going and trimming it down to fit the size of the video and deleting the background. So once I do that, I'm going to click it and I'm going to make sure it's even. once I make sure it's even, I'm going to go through and I'm going to move it to go right in front of the TV. Once I do that, I'm going to go to layer. I'm going to click 3 so it's behind the TV instead of in front of the TV, right? All right, once I do that, I'm going to go to mask. Once I go to mask, I'm going to click rectangle and then I'm going to push it up and I'm going to curve the edges. All you got to do is pull the little round pie shape thing and boom. And then you're going to stretch it out using the top arrow and the side arrow and boom. This is me realizing that I didn't pull the video all the way through from the beginning, so I'm pushing it forward and stretching it out at the back so it's still even. Boom. So now what I'm doing is I'm fixing the video to where it needs to go, so you can be able to see all of her pictures and all the other stuff. I had to trim the volume up because I didn't want to get copyrighted, and you don't want to hear no sound in your video because you're going to put a sound on top of it. So make sure all of your videos are silent. So boom, this is me adding the real Quanya J, which is her name. This is like a freestyle part of the intro. This is like it's like letting you know who channel it is, basically. So this is me going to the fonts that I have and going to effects and doing the red font that I've been using. This is me going to go to the top and fix her name, try to position it to where I want it. But mind you, it's not going to stay like this. So I'm going to stretch it all the way out. And then I realized it was too bare. So I was like, I need another picture somewhere, somehow. So I went back to her Instagram and I went and I found a picture of her that I felt like I liked that should be on here, because it wasn't, too many pictures that I could really go off that was, a mirror selfie. So I didn't want to use any full body pictures, but yeah, this is me going through her Instagram trying to figure out which picture I want. Nope. I just ended up going with this one, the first one. So this is me screenshotting it, and then I'm going to crop it so it's like easier for me to clear the background out. And then I did the same thing. I'm actually going to pick the picture with her in the pink dress or whatnot, but this is me trying to find one more because I actually wanted to add 4 pictures of her, but I only did 3. So I screenshotted this picture for no reason because I never ended up using it. So, but I'm just cropping it so it's easier for me to edit. So now I'm going to go out of here and then I'm going to go to Picsart. And I fast forward this whole part because this would have made the video longer. And so all you're going to do is go to photos, click the picture that you want. You're going to go cut out, and then you're going to click person, and then it should cut out the whole person. And if it doesn't, you have to go through and fix it. So boom, I just fast forward that part. Once you cut it out, you're going to add it or whatnot. But as you can see, I'm going to end up. Now I'm going to go stretch the picture out all the way through, and then I'm going to go and add my effects to the background. So like I said, I'm going to add blur, and then I'm also going to add leak 2, because like I said, that was one of the ones I used the most. I'm going to go in and I'm going to change the settings just a tad bit to my liking. So once I do that, I always click the check mark to exit out of it or whatever, so it saves. And then I'm going to stretch it out all the way. And once I stretch it out all the way, then I'm going to go and I'm going to go back into settings, and then I'm going to go and add animations to the pictures that I want to move. And then I'm going to add animations to the text to make the text move also. position it to where y'all like it and how y'all like it. Y'all are going to go through, you know, do the final inspect, and then you're going to save it to your camera roll. We're almost done. I promise you, we're almost done. So once you do that, we're going to add it back, add the same video you just saved to do a quick low overlay of effects, not animations. So what you're going to do, you're going to go to retro. To do the effect that I use, you're going to go to retro. Then you're going to add, I think it's called Film Flame 1. And then you're going to go back and you're going to add BMW Film. And that's just going to, you know, give it that effect or whatnot. So as y'all can see, y'all can still see everything like boom right here. Then you're going to save it. Once you stretch it all the way out, then you're going to save it, and then boom, you're done with part 3, on to the last part. So you're going to add the silk background back, always delete the black video, and then you're going to stretch it out to about 6 seconds. It could be shorter, it could be longer, that's up to you, however long you want your intro to be. Now we're going to go to blur, so it's like the blurry effect. Then we're going to go and add leak. I don't know why I did all of that, because it was sitting right in my face. So boom, we're going to stretch it all the way out. You can play with the animation, not the animations, the settings of it if you want to. That's up to you. That's what you choose to do. Then you're going to go to nature. Then you're going to go to steam, not fog. You can do either one of these, but I did steam. And then I tried to change the speed of it and try to get it to my likings. Once I did that, stretch it all the way out. Then we're going to go and we're going to add text. So the word subscribe, and then I added animations to it. That's literally all I did. And then I changed the font on it, and I changed it to where it is glowing and not, just plain Jane. And then I added a little bit of spacing in between because I didn't want the words to be too spaced together. Then I changed the font, make sure the font was right, and then I went back and I changed the neon background. Boom. Then you're gonna spread it all the way out. Make sure it plays throughout the whole video. Make sure you ain't got nothing lacking, it's not overlapping, nothing. It's good to go. So this is me trying to position it to where I want it to go. And now I am adding animations. I believe the animation I added was flicker, because I just wanted it to stay with the program. And this is me changing it to like 2 seconds so it lasted longer. Boom, save that. Now we're gonna go through and we're gonna add all 4 videos all together. Boom. So this is me going through, making sure I clicked the right one. So yeah, so you're gonna add all 3 or 4, however many you did, to it, and then we're gonna go straight into the animation mode. So I trimmed some of the videos down because I didn't want it to be too long, but the animations that I used, they were pro, so you had to pay for, but like I said, they have ones you don't. So this is me going through and adding my transitions to it. And I always delete the black video. And then this is me trying to size down the subscribe because I did not like it. And then I went and added an effect over this one because I feel like it was just too plain Jane. I had to go and add another effect on top. So I did the slideshow. So this is what it turned out to be. You're about to see me play it back so y'all can see like the full after effect. Boom. So thank you guys for watching all the way through. I love you guys so much. Make sure you hit that notification bell on all social media platforms. If you want me to do your YouTube intro, you can DM me on Instagram at quanyadiorr with 2 R's at the end. I definitely will respond. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching.